Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for April 23, 2025. The RESPECT Respect Edition. We begin with that story from the Financial Times, which says in a Office Life opinion piece that employees should show some respect, no more checking of text in important meetings. So from the Communications Archive of Rutherford Hall, a critical communication strategist, he says that you should show some respect at meetings. Obviously, Jamie Dimon's memo that we cited a couple of days ago says stop being disrespectful and wasting time in meetings. And a clear way to do that is to stop doing text. So show some respect in meetings, or at least hum Aretha Franklin. Next up, from the New York Times, 3 suspended federal prosecutors who worked on the corruption case of Eric Adams have resigned after being placed on administrative leave after refusing to lie about the corruption case. They said they would not confess wrongdoing when there was none. The Department of Justice said to get back their jobs, they would have to say there had been wrongdoing. And they believe there was no wrongdoing, so they refused to say so, and said that to the department in a resignation letter, which had the following, quote, "The department has decided that obedience supersedes all else, requiring us to abdicate our legal and ethical obligations in favor of directions from Washington." So the fallout from the dismissal of the Eric Adams case continues. Next up, in a very interesting article from CIO, it says when AI writes the laws, UAE's bold move forces a rethink on compliance and the human touch. So the United Arab Emirates has become the first country to officially use AI to help draft, review, and update its laws. The goal is to speed lawmaking by up to 70% by letting AI handle the heavy lift from analysis to implementation. The system will keep suggesting legal updates as things change and new data coming in. So what does all this mean? Well, the article suggests it paves the way for smarter compliance, that it will be a major shift for businesses facing complex regulation. So we're going to watch this one very carefully going forward. And our final story comes to us from the Wall Street Journal, which reports that companies are having a lot of trouble ascertaining what, if any, is the Trump administration antitrust policy. The Capital One deal, its acquisition of Discover, went through. It could be a bullish signal for mergers and acquisitions, but deals are down almost 20% through the first part of the year, or at least through April under Trump. And the head of the FTC says he doesn't believe corporate America should return to an open season for M&A. So what does that mean? Are they going to stop them? Are they going to prosecute them? Well, of course, no one knows because they won't say anything. More silence from the Trump administration. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.